All right, all right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the squad, the Wesley Chapel King himself. What's up, Corey?
Not too much, man. What's going on?
Man, I just love how casually we just fade off of that. No, it's good. So Corey's telling me, everybody, and just kind of getting you prepared. He claims, out of all the deals that we put together so far for the year, which is quite a bit, a lot of families,
Yeah,
love you guys out there. This is the deal of the year. Are you gonna be able to back that up?
this is it. This is it, man. We're going to show you why with the deal, with the home that you're going to see today. And it's kind of ironic that it came right around this time of year that we got the deal the year last year, too.
Oh, cool. So what qualifies as like a good deal? I already know, and I want to know what everybody thinks in the comment section down below, right? The first thing they're going to say is price point. That's what they're going to say,
Of
right?
course.
Like, obviously, we have our strategies in place, but they're going to be like, prices and interest rates, they need to come down, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
What qualifies as a good deal, though?
I think everyone's go-to is going to be price point. And I know that a lot of our clients are like, how can we drive down the price as much as possible? But you're exactly right. It does come down to interest rates as well. It comes to closing costs, thousands of dollars in closing costs that you have to pay on these home sites. But also, it's going to come down to, I think, the home that you're going to live in, the lot that you get, the actual home that you buy, what the upgrades in the home are. So for this deal today, we found a very specific situation that a buyer was looking for. Not looking to buy right away, but the deal was way too good to pass up. And that's because we have our builder insider access where we know where to strike on some of the best deals of the year.
Man, what this is actually a good segment for everybody out there that might be waiting for the right moment to maybe reach out to
Hmm.
us to get started, right? Like, this person right here was not prepared. I don't want to say wasn't prepared, but it wasn't on their timeline to buy now. But when the deal pops up, it pops up, and you got to take advantage of that window. You were also talking
Absolutely.
about, like, what makes a good deal is like the lot that you live on. You can
Yes.
see how crazy we go. We do the deals of the week on our live all the time, right? When we see a good lot, we're just like, whoa. We're like losing our minds over the lot, right? So
Exactly.
obviously it has to align with the price and everything, but there's levels to it, right? And you want to make sure you're hitting
Yeah.
every single box when you're trying to get that right deal.
We were showing homes just this weekend. One of the clients noticed, they're like, the first thing you do is when you walk in the home, you walk straight through the kitchen out to the
That's
backyard.
right.
And I didn't even notice myself. I was like, I want to see what this lot looks like. I want to see what your views are from behind. But today you're going to see, we're going to get that level three lot where there's no rear facing neighbors. There's no front facing neighbors. And you have water views out the back, multiple water views and water views out the front of your home as well.
All right, so take us down the avenue of the deal. Like, how did it happen?
Yep.
Why did it happen? That sort of thing. Because this person wasn't even thinking of buying at this time. So it had to have been a good
Mhm.
deal. How did it come about?
That's exactly it. So we know from our experience that the last homes of the community are sometimes you have the most motivation to get these price drops, to get the closing costs, etc. So this is one of the homes that was the absolute last home of a community that has a couple thousand homes in it. The builder's ready to get out of this community. They actually have moved their construction teams to other communities. So the last thing they want to do is have people going back and forth, taking them off new job sites to get this last home prepared. This was a custom built home by a previous client who financially fell through or couldn't sell a home, whatever the reason may be. It's a custom built home. So it's to their specification. But what we saw in this home is that they did every single level high end upgrade. If level 7 is the top level you can get for countertops or floors, they picked almost everything. So the home priced out to just around $1 million. So we know a custom built home is really built for, I would say, a specific buyer. When the builder goes to build these homes as a spec or an inventory, they kind of give you a medium level of upgrades so that it appeals to the masses. With this home, you really have to have someone willing to pay that top dollar for every upgrade and like the features, the countertops that are level 7. Maybe they're a different color you didn't like or a different style. So we know with all of those factors that the builder's working with, we can put in a strong offer. And also because it is the last home, they don't have to worry about the appraisals for the following homes that they'll be offering to the masses. So they're
It
like,
it it, it,
we
it
can
kind
get
of
this one off
sucks,
our
but yeah,
books.
it it kind of sucks, but it is
It's
what it
how
is,
it
right?
goes. And then we also even know little secret for people that like the parking lot might be one of those last lots that they're going to build on. So if you don't see what you like on the site map, a lot of times they put their models on a good lot that have a water view. So when you're inside, you can see the backyard and have that good vision of what this model home could be. So that parking lot might be a good option, and it's not going to be offered right on the average site map. So you can see right when you walk into this home, we're going to have all the upgrades as you go around.
So we talk about, getting into a community early and then also closing out a community. We're able to kind of like pick
Yes.
off the last little bits and pieces. Luckily, this one quality lot, a really, really, really upgraded home. But how did we stumble across this one?
So we knew that he liked this builder already. It was one that he was interested in, but it did become available just online. So
Okay.
he mentioned it to me about this home. He mentioned the price. I told him we have to walk through it first. We need to
Yeah.
see what kind of upgrades are in this home because it wasn't comparable to the other similar floor plan in the community. But I was like, there has to be a reason why.
Sure.
When we got to the home site, I immediately realized there's a reason that this home was priced out for $1 million. And we're even able to reach out to our preferred sales rep of this builder and get the option sheet with all of the design options in this home that shows that it was built for this price. And this is what it
Sure.
would cost to put in these floors, these cabinets, the railing that you see in
Kind of
there. There's a
justifies the
big
price point.
It justifies the price. It shows you that this is how they went through the design studio. So when we know all of that and we know the price, we know that the lot is a top tier lot, it justifies the exact pricing that they have it for. But however, with it sitting, with it move-in ready, with everybody off site from the building company at this point, we know they're ready to get rid of it. So we throw in a big offer, say that we can close quickly. We get all of our terms. We go through what we really have with our strategy, where we're looking at getting the most commissions we can. We're looking at the add-ons that we can get into the home. We're looking at
Concessions, not
pricing,
commissions. People, he's my boy. My boy.
concessions, excuse me, concessions, and the seller concessions that we can get you from the builder. And we maximized everything possible. So we got the maximum amount of seller concessions for his conventional loan. We got the terms to work out where he could close in the time frame that he walked in. The price, we dropped almost 200K on this home
Oh.
as an offer. We
Oh,
offered a
let's not
little
brush
less, but
over
we
that,
ended
right?
up
Because
around there.
that's stroking a lot of egos for the people out there. When we started this video,
Yeah.
we were like, what makes a good offer? And we guessed that everybody's going to say price point.
Yeah.
$200,000 off of a price point. Potential. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
around that number you said.
Exactly, around that number. So even
Cool.
that right there, that was enough for him to feel like he wants to
Of
move forward. But you can
course.
even notice in this home with the sink, look at the two-level countertop that they have in there. This is also not a gas community. This is an electric community, but they decided to put in the option to have gas. And how that works is that they run a propane line that goes out into your backyard and they bury a gas tank back there. Then the gas company will come out and they'll fill up that tank. It lasts you maybe half a year or so, but they'll have a measuring tool to know when it's getting low and they'll come refill it for you. So in an electric community that doesn't have gas, they wanted to have a gas stovetop, gas tank water heater, and they wanted to have there's one more offering with the gas as well. So know what they did? They just added the gas tank in there. So this home does have gas all the way throughout. A great
Very nice.
option.
Now, I guess a question to you is just a thought.
Yeah.
Why would the builder, when we apply our cap strategy, like price is one of
Mhm.
the last things we want to we will mess with it, but we first want to get as much as we can legally, right, behind the scenes
Right.
before we start to mess with the price. That's a big price swing right there. Why do you think the builder took that one, besides it being the last freaking home in the community? Why do you think the builder took that one?
Because it's a custom built home. So it'd have to be a very specific buyer. So they were running the risk of holding this home for a very long time.
Yeah,
And like I said,
exactly.
they're like pulling different employees away to come show the home, to come work on the home. They're paying the carrying cost of the home already. So in that kind of situation where we know the builder is the most motivated to get rid of this home out of every home they have in their inventory across Tampa, we throw that big swing in there and we stuck to what we wanted and said this is the only way we'll move forward. And the builder worked with us in this situation.
This is just my intuition here thinking, right? I'm speculating. The fact that they
Hmm.
took that amount of a price drop, obviously, like we know they want to wash their hands with the community, move on to their next project. I
Yeah.
think whoever the person was before this lost their deposit. I think they had a big deposit and they lost it, right? And then the
They
builder already
potentially,
has
yep.
some money and they can take off of the price, right? But that's a big price. So that shows me that they probably lost a pretty big deposit. probably lost a pretty big deposit.
And that's what happens if you go through this process of a to be built custom home
Hmm.
and things don't work out or you decide to back out. You're kind of stuck in a bad situation where you've put down maybe 10% of the home's value. In this case, that could be up to almost $100,000
Yeah.
as a deposit, you know? So that's another point that we do negotiate in our offers is how much deposit money that we're going to go ahead and give the builder to hold on to, because a lot of times they'll ask for 10%, but you're capable of doing less money in that situation in the event that anything ever happened in the future. So most of our clients will have that service when they work with us of getting a smaller deposit amount that we can agree with the builder.
Deposits are negotiable. Those are it's not like down payments where you have a conventional, you have to have a
Yeah.
minimal down payment or an FHA or something like that. Deposits could be
Mhm.
0% if you really want it. It could be $0 if you really want it to be. So I'm not saying that that always happens, but they're negotiable. A lot of people overlook that because they're so driven on price and all of those big shiny
Correct.
objects in front of you. With our cap strategy, we can extract the most out of it. Now, why is not having a bunch tied up into the builder as a deposit, why is that important for situations like
Yeah.
this? Whoever the poor person, I don't want to say poor person, but like I feel bad if they lost that much money. You know what I mean? So,
It's a
and we
lot
don't
of
want that
money.
to be everybody. It's just part of it sometimes. We like
Yeah.
to negotiate those things as far down as possible.
But that's also something that we negotiate is those terms. Can we
Yeah.
get you a home to sell contingency or a home to close contingency that protects your deposit in the event you don't sell a home? This person may have not negotiated that and said, "Hey, I'll just sell my home. I'll put it on the market and sell it right before this one closes, and we'll be okay." And if the market shifts, then what do you do if you're stuck in that situation? So part of our offers is making sure those terms line up with your life and what you're going to be doing, selling a home in another state so we can really lock in. And we've been doing that for a few clients actively right now that are trying to sell in other states. Like, how
Yeah.
can we protect the sale of your home if it doesn't happen to get off the market? What happens then in that event? We don't want you to lose these deposits.
They got a cigar lounge in their house.
See,
They
I
got a
told you they
cigar
put all
lounge,
the
baby.
upgrades. They got speakers in the ceiling. They got everything. They got a bar upstairs. Like I said, you got water views out the front over here. I don't know if you noticed the patio in the back, but it's a
Yeah.
47 by 10 patio. And I think the best feature is still yet to come in this home. But it's
Okay.
an incredible lot. It's in a really good school district, and that's what kind of drove our buyer to move into this community. Family friendly, something you can't miss when you drive through the community, seeing kids ride their bikes and their scooters on the sidewalk. So it's not only the home site itself, not only the upgrades in the home, but the location of the home in the school districts, and drives a lot of value to this home. And this was a client that did want to add a pool, so we made sure we got him with pool vendors, pulled the plot plans in the survey so he can give them to the pool companies. A lot of times the builders will let them come on site and just do a little quick survey of the yard to see if they're able to do it. If you get a no, maybe it's like you don't want to purchase the home. So the pool was important to him. And with that pool being installed, we had to go through the next step of seeing how we could pull the gas tank out. Cause I guess
Yeah.
that's about the size of a car and it's in the middle of the backyard. So they got to come in, clip the lines, take that out, and then they got to turn over everything to electric. So there are a couple projects that we had to call a couple utility companies and make sure that this was going to be possible. Get with pool vendors, make sure this would all be possible. But adding a pool, $100,000
Pretty
pool
much
to
for
a
free.
home
Like
like
they got a pool
this,
for free, pretty much, right?
you got
Like
you got a pool
after you
for
knock the
free
price of
pretty
the home
much.
down.
Yeah, you got 100 grand to build the pool. Actually, is what it
Yeah.
looks like. But this
Yeah.
has got a loft. It's got a theater room.
Yeah.
But adding a pool to this home takes the value well over $1 million.
For sure, 100%. Yeah, man. I mean, all in all, stellar of a deal. Cost our clients $0 for our service, by the way, which I think is just a no freaking brainer. So, if you're a DIY person, you want to go do it yourself, more power to you. Go for it. But like, why not have some strategy on your side for zero freaking dollars, right? Like, have some people you can rely on and lean. We don't work for this builder. We don't work for any of the
Nope.
builders. We can help you with any home, and I think that is what sets us apart. We ask those questions that the builders won't really disclose to you. We're going to talk more in the live today
Correct.
about the lawsuit with DR Horton, right? Like they don't need to
Yeah.
tell you everything. You're going to sign an 85-page document and they're going to say, hey, you signed it, right? It's in there. So they don't need to tell you everything.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, guys. That's a part of doing work from home there. But yeah,
We didn't hear anything either.
exactly. And you know what? And this client was going through and I'm glad you brought that up, because this client was going through a very similar situation where the lender, even though his home has been built, was asking them to pay less in escrow for this year. And he was pretty much asking them, can I pay the taxes for the structure of the home? So I don't want that account to be over next year,
Right.
to have an overage, because I'm paying less this year. and they were kind of giving some kickback. We went up through management, and management got it approved for him to pay the proper taxes that are going to be assessed next year on the home, which I thought was great for him to be able to push through that mortgage situation. But that's the thing, that there's a lot of little things in those disclosures. Sometimes they're getting you to prepay taxes for next year of thousands of dollars, and they could be making interest off that money sitting in their bank account, right? So
Over leveraging it. Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky topic when you just talk about property taxes, but yeah, I
yeah,
mean, when they're and it takes a long time to adjust too. So if you're overpaying
yes,
to just make sure you have enough, and in the future they'll pay you back, it may take a year and a half, 2 years before they start getting you and vice versa, right? So like it's real
that's
tricky,
exactly
it's
it.
real messy. I would just say like make sure you have some people on your side that understand it. Have we gotten to the best part yet?
We're getting there right now, man.
Okay, cool.
This is the home run show here. So yes, this is, I think this is also, it's the owner's suite. So you can see tray ceilings, tons of windows. It's got a beautiful bathroom, multiple closets in here as well. But upstairs is another $60,000 add-on to the home, and it's a 47 by 10 balcony. If you even want to speed up to it, you can. I might
No,
go
you're
through the
good.
bathroom
You're
first.
good. I'm actually enjoying
Um,
this walkthrough.
yeah, the home itself is absolutely incredible. Like I said, just all the features that we're able to see in the options agreement that justify what they're building the home for, and still being able to use our strategy to put together a strong offer that's not only dropping that price, but getting the maximum seller concessions, and also getting an interest rate that worked for him as well. In this one, we were able to get a 2875, 3875, 4875 ARM, and for the first year that he won't be moving into the home because he wasn't prepared to yet, he's going to be paying a 2875 on the interest
Oh,
rate.
that makes
So
sense then.
reduced payments.
That makes sense
Yes,
then.
makes a lot of sense for
So
carrying two
year
homes
3
over
through
a 3 month
30 is
period.
4875.
Yes, exactly.
Give me that for 30 years, please.
Yeah, I'll
Give me
take
that
that
for
for
30
30
years.
years, right?
Right, that's a
But
good
yes,
rate.
instead of taking their 30-year fix, we asked if we could get this rate so that it would work better for his situation. So that was part of our strategy in getting those terms and getting the most that we can out of the builder. And it was very effective in this situation, not only to get the price down, but to, like you said, all closing costs and getting a adjustable rate that's going to work well for him.
I don't want to just this whole wing right here positioned really
It's
really nicely.
incredible.
I like that.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
want to overlook that. Let's see here. Where were we?
Going into the bathroom over there. It's great
Let's
because you got two closets in here too, right? Like having separate closets, I think is kind of a new thing that people are starting to enjoy a lot. Just having completely separate spaces to put your clothes, to design it however you want. Shared closets are great if they're big enough, but sometimes they kind of blend into each other. So having two separate closets like this, having two separate vanities, I think that's another thing that you're starting to see a lot of people get into now.
All right, we're heading to the
Look
balcony
at
for
that.
everybody. For everybody who made it. Yay.
The
Let me know in the comment
balconites.
section. I would love to know in the comment section too. What do you guys think of this home? Like, do you think that it's, and
Yeah.
obviously, like, you don't know location of it, but like, what do you think of the finishes in the home, the cabinet color,
Mhm.
the tone, and all that stuff? Let me know. Oh,
Absolutely. But a 47 by 10 balcony, that, imagine this too. He's going to have the pool in the backyard, and the bird cage is going to come all the way up over the second story. So there won't be a screen right here. He'll just be able to lean over to the pool.
woo!
So
Dang,
like,
I
what,
was not
that's it.
prepared for that.
So we were talking, it was like, it's the owner's suite. We're like, what are you gonna do with all this space? Like, you put multiple couches, a table, a bar, or whatever you want out here. Ton of space. He was like, I might just have to make a runway for my kids or something so they can, play up here. But you could put a putt course up there, like what, but imagine the
What? So
views
what do
that you
you
have,
think?
multiple
What do
water
you think?
views.
Like obviously this home was a steal of a deal. Like you guys crushed it.
Yeah,
You knocked it out
yeah.
of the park. But like, what do you think the people in the community feel about this home? Right? Like
The-
they might have gotten a smaller home for the same, or if not
I
more.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you think they're gonna be friends with our guy now, or they're gonna look at him like, "Damn, dude, like, what you messed our values up out here?
I think
Like,
they'll be
messed up."
happy for him. Like, congratulations, you got
Of
the
course,
best
of
home on
course.
the block, one of the biggest homes on the block. And I think he's going to be happy with all of his neighbors there. Everybody's very friendly in the community. Like I said, it's a very family oriented community, very close knit, lots of events that go on for all the residents. So I think he's going to be doing great, but just tons of finishes in this home, every upgrade imaginable. Like you said, the cigar bar
The
upstairs,
cigar
it really
lounge.
does have everything. There it is.
Well, there you have it, people. Deal of the year. We don't know. We still have a few months to go. We got to wait. But so
Yeah.
far, this might hold the crown. Just purely, I mean, obviously everything added up with the upgrades, the lot, and the amount that you
Yeah.
got off of the home. I mean, it just aligned out there. So, like, for everybody out there, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It could be 2 years from now. Reach out to us. Let's get you started. Let's get you acquainted so we can figure some
Yes.
things out. Best way to reach us is email team@morefla.com. Anything else before we hop off?
That's it. But like you said, this is one of the best times of year to purchase a home. We've already had the builders and our preferred reps reach out to us and say, hey, we're motivated to sell. We want to sell everything by end of November. Like pretty much they want to have everything sold because December is kind of a busy month.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to strike on a good deal and you're running into that time frame, now might be the time to buy.
Absolutely love it. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.